Hello and welcome to the video. We're going to be looking at what Marco Polo has got to offer this month, because there's been some changes recently to how he works, because we now have a thing called showcases and mythical artifacts and big changes to the museum that have been introduced to the game, and Marco Polo now has lots of different artifacts on offer each and every month, and I'm hoping to make this a regular series every month, looking at what he's got to offer and putting it into a tier list so that we know what's good, what's meh, and what's not so good. So I've got my nice little tier list here, with S tier being amazing, obviously, A tier being like, yeah, pretty good, B tier being like in the middle, C tier is going to be like not very good, and T is for trash. That is what I've decided to call the very bottom one there, whereas the other ones follow the typical lettering of a tier list. So we're going to have a look at every single artifact, and as I said, showcases are now a thing, which means that some artifacts are now actually worth having in your collection because there's lines on them that you might want to put into your showcase. And I myself, in this video, probably towards the end, I'm actually going to buy some of the artifacts he has on offer because I want to get the sweet increases to my showcases. So let's have a little look at what he's got to offer. We're going to start at the top, work our way down. I may or may not, depending on how much time it is going to take me, put timestamps in the description for each of the artifacts. And if you want to hear my rationale behind each one, then that'll hopefully allow you to get there quicker, because I'm going to share this tier list as a picture all over the place, like on my Facebook, on Reddit, all the various places I tend to usually post. But I'm also going to post the link to this video as well, because quite often, like, I see a tier list for like other games and I'm like, oh no, that's completely wrong, that shouldn't be there. But then when you actually look at why people have done it, you can sort of understand their reasoning behind it. So hopefully me explaining each of these artifacts will be a nice rationale behind where I'm going to place it in the tier list. So here we go, buckle up. I hopefully am going to try and keep this as short as possible. Let's see how we get on. Starting off with the 300 tokened Sophilis Dino. Well, I mean, there's not really much here that it has to offer, apart from really the enemy defender spawn time, because Gorilla damage, Gorilla hit points, decoy tactics, and wall sapper damage, they aren't really necessarily things you would have in your... It's not an artifact you'd put in like your actual main museum. You'd only probably buy this if you had everything else already and you just wanted to increase your enemy defender spawn time even more. So for that reason, Sophilis Dinos is a mid-tier at best, because, well, it really only offers the enemy defender spawn time, and in the current meta, I'm not going to go mid-tier. It's only got one line and it's 300 tokens. We're going to go here. So yeah, I personally wouldn't be buying this one for 300 tokens. I'd much rather put it towards something else. Right, whoa, next up, Abraham's Tank Commander Kit. Similar sort of thing as the last one, really. The enemy defender spawn time is probably the only thing, really, if you're using Lego, let's say, which most people are, that's really the only thing you're going to want to use from this. So again, this isn't the best artifact, especially for 300 tokens, because, well, heavy tank damage, no good. Decoy tactic hit points, no good at all. First aid duration, yeah. Gorilla hit points, yeah. So enemy defender spawn time really is the only thing from that one we want. For that reason, again, he's going to go in there because, yeah, not the best artifact for 300 tokens. Right, let's carry on. We've got lots of artifacts to get through. Okay, Quimbaya Treasure. Let's have a look what we got here. It's a main hall artifact, so personally, my main hall is just very, very average, and I haven't really ever invested much into it. But for raiding, it's got the extra quick victory time here, quite a lot of that. And I mean, I don't know, most people probably use what they use to make in their World War attacks for their raiding army. So in most cases, people are using Lego. Therefore, Gorilla damage and hit points, no good. quick victory time, quite handy for looting. But again, for 300 tokens, I would probably invest into something else if it were me, like something that would maybe give more resources looted, etc. So for me, actually, Quimbaya for 300, something's got to go down there. It's going to go in trash because for 300 tokens, I don't think you're getting much value for money. Now then, whoa, next one, Julius Caesar. This artifact is one that I do personally have in my collection, and I use it in my actual main hall, not main hall, in my main World War Hall army, if that's what we're going to call it. I want to try and distinguish between what I'm going to use for showcases and it in my actual war hall. And in saying that, I've now worked out how I'm going to distinguish that. If I say war hall, it means it's in there and I'm using everything from it. If it's a showcase item, then it's only going to have one thing taken from it. Now, this one in particular is good because it's a versatile artifact. What do I mean by that? I mean, you could use this for offense and for defense. If you're going offense, then of course you're going to probably, well, depending on what other artifacts you have, you might use this straight up in your Warhall Warhall artifact selection. Whereas if you're defense, you might just use this for the invading barrack troops damage. That is quite a good one to have as a defender in your showcase. Likewise, you may also just use this as an offensive one if you're running Lego for the barracks troop damage. That is a fantastic line to have and quite a rare one to find, really. There's only 3 artifacts, I believe, that have barracks troop damage increase, Julius Caesar being one of them. And for that very reason, I think Julius Caesar deserves to go pretty high up because it's good and 300 tokens is worth it. He's going in A tier. Yeah, we're going A tier. I think it's not quite S tier for me because there's some things on here that, like I said, it's quite a mixed one. It's hybrid, this. It's got the invading general's hit points and invading general's damage, which really, yes, if you're a defender is great, but you probably wouldn't use that in your war hall for that reason. You're only going to use it for your barracks troop damage and general's damage probably. So, yeah, Julius Caesar. I've said enough. Let's move on. Right, now, 6th anniversary shooter is, again, quite a mixed one because it's got, like, lots of different troop types on it. We've got 2 bazooka lines there, which bazooka lines really aren't any good because no one uses bazooka, but it does have, and bomber players will like this, it's got the bomber hit points line on there, which those bomber players, they like to get those hit points as high as possible. Some people getting into the 200 and something, 250 odd percent, I think I've seen some people getting into. And for that reason, because bombers are meta and every increase in hit points counts, I think this has got to go pretty high up. But it is 300 tokens, and we want to think about value for money here. So, where am I going to put this? Personally, I think it's going to go B tier because it's useful, but it's going to cost you 300 tokens for one line, essentially, that you're going to use in your showcase. Okay, well, keep doing that. Sorry. Right, captains. I can never say this. I feel like it's French. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Captains Croix de Guerre. There's my best attempt at saying that. 300 tokens for a main hall artifact. This is fantastic for looting. Got 2 all resources looted, oil looted, and a food and gold. So, you know, if you want to get a decent main hall artifact, this is one to have, like, straight up in there if you're wanting to get that increased resources looted as high as possible because, well, it's got 2 of those and that's fantastic. So yeah, let's stick that bad boy somewhere up quite high. I'm thinking B. As a main hall, probably an A. Oh, I can already see the comments in this video going to be like, oh, this should go here, which I encourage. Please tell me if you disagree. A or B? I guess for a main hall, it's got everything you want. It's going in A. I've got quite high expectations. Nothing's got an S tier yet, but let's see. Right, moving on. We've got, another one that's tricky to say. Lycurgus Cup. Let's try this. Let's go with that. So, I have this one as well. I got it from one of the Triumph events as a main hall artifact. It's pretty good. It's got the all enemy defensive towers damage reduction, which means your troops aren't going to take as much damage. It's got oil looted, and it's got general hit points. Those are the main useful ones. Invading bomber hit points for a main hall artifact, completely useless. Factory troop training cost, yeah, again, not really useful. So it's got 3 useful lines for a main hall artifact. Yeah, it's going to go somewhere in the middle there, isn't it? Let's stick it. Yeah, let's go there. It's C. It's not quite trash, but it's okay. And it's expensive. Right, next one. Thinker of Canovadilla. Something like that. Again, my pronunciation, probably not the best here. Let's have a look. Thinker of Canovadilla. Barracks troop damage increase, fantastic. Enemy defender spawn time, fantastic. All enemy defensive towers damage reduction, fantastic. And 2 all resources looted, increased. I mean, this is a 5-liner artifact for a main hall. If you ask me, like this is a 5-liner for a main hall artifact. It's got everything you need to increase the stats that you want when you're looting, when you're raiding. So really, it doesn't get better than this for a main hall artifact. So if you've got 300 tokens spare and you've got everything else that you feel like you need for your war hall, and I stress that because personally I think the war hall is obviously the most important one, because world war hits are important, whereas if you mess up a multiplayer attack, no one's gonna know. So this one for me, for a main hall artifact, got to pronounce those T's, is very good. So we're going to go, what have I done? Control Z. We're going to go up here somewhere. S tier. It's S tier. For a main hall, it's got everything you would want to find. So we're going S tier because nothing is in there yet. So I feel like something's got to go in there. Right, moving on. We've got Flamas Helmet. Now, back in the day, this was a fantastic one. If you were running Commandos and Zooks, I mean, this was a wet dream. It's got the Gorilla damage, the Gorilla hit points, enemy defender spawn time, increased rally duration. I mean, that last one, not so good, but it's a great artifact if it was 2017, 2018. In today's day and age, for showcases, like I said, it's got the enemy defender spawn time there, but quite a low percentage, actually. So really, it's a 2-liner at best. The increased rally duration, the enemy defender spawn time, they're good, but you can only get one of those in your showcase, and that's probably going to be your enemy defender spawn time. And for 300 tokens, well, it's quite pricey. We're going to put it similar to those other ones we did for the enemy defender spawn time increase, because 300 tokens, you're getting one line that's actually useful. Nah. Right, moving on. Battersea Shield. 300 tokens, but this is, in my opinion, one that is worth getting because, again, it's a versatile one. You can use this on defense with the invading recon scan duration decrease. That's a fantastic thing to have as a defender. For offensive purposes, it's got 2 lines really that are very useful. Again, bomber players are going to like this. It's got the increased bomber damage, but also for Lego players, it's got the increased quick victory time. And we've all been there where we've missed a quick victory by 2 or 3 seconds, maybe even 4 or 5 seconds. And hey, I wish that I had an increase of 20% on my quick victory time, because then I would have definitely got a lot more 5 stars. And so for me, Battersea Shield is quite a good artifact for that very reason, especially in a showcase. Getting that increased quick victory time, for me, I like this. I rate it. For 300 tokens, it's got bomber damage and quick victory time. Quite versatile. And again, like I said, that defensive line of the invading recon scan duration. I like that. For 300 tokens, that's gonna go quite high. Oh, let's just put that. Let's go A tier. Not quite S tier, but A tier for sure. At least in my opinion. Right. If you're liking the video, and you've made it this far, by the way, give it a little like. That really helps me out. Okay, right, on to the 100 tokens. And I've got to remember that the last ones that we looked at were expensive. So these ones, I mustn't put them too high up just because they're cheap. Although I do like things that are cheap. Starting with the 10th Mountain Division War Kit. For a showcase, great, we're going to take that enemy defender spawn time every day of the week. APC damage, APC hit points, great, but if you're going to put this for a showcase item, it's that enemy defender spawn time again that you're probably going to want to use. And for 100 tokens, giving you a massive, nice little increase in that enemy defender spawn time, I think this is well worth it for 100 tokens. And I'm going to buy this later on because it's definitely worth it. In fact, you know what? Let's buy it now. Go on. Oh, that feels great. That feels really good. It's lovely spending tokens, and like I said, I haven't said it this video, make sure you're getting your daily dosage of tokens, because currently you can get about 23 tokens a day. You can get 8 from the Domi World store, you get 5 just for logging in each day, you get 4 from Marco Polo, and you get 3 from the daily quests, and you also get that daily supply drop that's got another like 3 to 20 in it. So you've got a bare minimum of 23 tokens a day at the moment, 7 days a week times 23, that's 140 plus the 3 times the 7 is 161. Someone quote me on my math if I'm wrong, but anyway, that's a lot of tokens per week, and I've just brought that because for me, for 100 tokens, that is going straight in S tier. No, not S tier. Let's not go too crazy. It's going straight in A tier for that increased enemy defender spawn time. 100 tokens. Yes, please. I'll have that. Thank you very much. Right. I'm getting very into this video. I'm enjoying this. I hope you are as well. Right. Next one. Scylla Crown. 100 tokens. Right. Gold looted. Yeah. Okay. No, not that great. Gold from mines. Who cares? Gold from caravans. Not really fussed. Library tech resource cost. That's okay, but you can find that anyway, like on just crafting items. Ranged infantry damage. I mean, if you're using ranged infantry, yeah, that's okay, but really, there's nothing here that it's going to offer apart from maybe the library tech resource cost. The gold looted is okay. For me, this is not that great. 100 tokens, I'd much rather spend those on something for my war hall. That's trash. It's going in the trash. I don't want it. I don't need it. Let's move on. Okay. Oop, steady. Sutton Hoo helmet. What a helmet. Let's have a look what this has. All enemy defensive towers damage decrease. We like that. All defensive towers damage increase. This is more of a defensive one, isn't it? Yeah, and for me, I guess I've never really pushed multiplayer. If you're someone that has pushed multiplayer and you want to defend your, your trophy count, I think it's called trophies, your glory. I can't remember what it's called in multiplayer. That's how little I care about my trophies. Then this is great for defensive. Yeah, fantastic. And for offensive, you definitely want the all enemy defensive towers damage decrease on your showcase. So for 100 tokens, yeah, that's got a lot to offer. I got to remember that everyone's personal preference is different. So for me, 100 tokens, yeah, it's going somewhere in the middle there. It's pretty good. Right, moving on. 100 tokens, White Death's War Kit. For me, 100 tokens, well worth it. Why? This is versatile because you could use this for offense in the showcase, enemy defender spawn time. Thank you very much. We will take that. But also for defense, you've got all defensive towers damage hit points, all defensive towers. All defensive towers hit points, and all defensive towers damage increase, which as a defender, those are 2 lines that you definitely want. So for 100 tokens, this is fantastic. We're going to put that somewhere quite high. Let's go A tier. Yeah, A tier. Right, moving on. Tizonia Sword. Again, I've got this. It's great for 100 tokens. I got this probably after about, I want to say somewhere around COVID. It was just in the shop for, yeah, I can't remember. I don't know. I can't remember. But either way, this is definitely worth having. Why? It's got ranged siege damage. Great for Lego. Ranged siege hit points. Great for Lego. And enemy defender spawn time. For a budget museum, if you're trying to just increase your overall firepower, if you're a Lego player, get this. 100 tokens. Stick it in your main hall, because you get a lot of lines there that are useful. not your main hall, in your war hall, because it's worth having. I have it in mine. So yes, let's go with that one. We like that for 100 tokens. Really, for 100 tokens, that's great value for money. Oh, what have I done? Let's put that somewhere up in A tier. Gosh, I'm being harsh. Not much going in S tier, but it's okay. There's still a lot to look at. Right, moving on. Great Imperial Crown. Oh, now this is okay. If you're a fighter player, you probably use this in your showcase, and if you're a defensive player, again, you could use the all defensive towers damage in your showcase there. Apart from that, though, invading heavy tank damage, no one really cares about that. Invading bazooka damage, again, no one really cares about that. MRL damage, there are a few niche players that might care about that. This is okay. It's not completely rubbish for 100 tokens. So let's put that somewhere in the middle. Oh my gosh, I've done it again. Somewhere in the middle. Yeah, right about there sounds about right to me. Or is it? Let's put it there. I mustn't get too hung up on these ratings. Right, moving on. Normandy walkie-talkie. 100 tokens, increased rally duration. Rally cooldown. Yes, please. Bomber damage. Yes, please. That's got 2 lines that are worth having in your showcase, depending on what you're playing. For me, I'm going to get this one because of the rally cooldown. You can never have a short enough rally cooldown, can you? Let's be honest. You're going to need those rallies as much as possible to maximize your damage output and your troop speed and therefore attack time. So for me, Normandy walkie-talkie, I think I'm going to buy it. For 100 tokens, increased rally cooldown, I'll take it. Yes, please. Thank you very much. 100 tokens, can't really go wrong. So for that reason, again, that's going into A tier. Great artifact, in my opinion. Right, moving on. Nefertiti bust. Everyone loves a bit of Nefertiti, don't they? For a main hall artifact, fantastic. 2 all resources looted. That's what we like to see. And a mortar troop damage line. 3 lines there. Worth having for anybody in their main hall. For 100 tokens as well. Yep, that, I've already got it, so I'm not going to buy it. But that, for me, for 100 tokens, let's put it in S tier. Why not? For a main hall artifact, 100 tokens, yeah, that's great. We'll have it. Put it up there. Why not? Okay, moving on. Rosetta Stone. Not very much exciting with this one. Library Tech resource cost. Forest expansion cost refund. There's not much to say about this. There might be 1 or 2 that you might decide to put in your showcase. For 100 tokens, I'd rather use them on something else. Sorry, Rosetta Stone. I know you were really, really vitally important for us being able to decipher Egyptian, Latin, and Greek. I think those were the 3 languages, but you're going in the trash because for 100 tokens, there's definitely better ones out there. Okay, moving on. Last but not least, and I'm glad this is last because for me, for 100 tokens, it's got that all-important barracks troop damage line. And why is that important? I've said it already. That just increases the damage of all of your barracks troops. So your heavy infantry, your mortars, your ranged siege. For a mortar player, a Lego player, this is like definitely a must-have. 100 tokens. Stick that either in your actual war hall if you haven't got it already, or for your showcase, get that barracks troop damage line in your showcase somewhere. Definitely worth having. It's also got attack helicopter damage if you're an attack helicopter player. Again, you might want to utilize both of those lines by having it in your actual war hall museum. So for me, 100 tokens, barracks troop damage increase line. That bad boy is going to go up in the S tier because it's just great value for money. There it is. There's the tier list for August. Marco Polo, thank you very much for your artifacts this month. Oh, I'll tell you what, as a little bonus, let's have a look at the mythical artifacts. They're not going to go in the tier list, but if you've got 1,000 spare tokens and you're a bomber player, this is a wet dream. This is everything you want for a bomber player. And I know that there are some bomber museums that are just off the scales because people have now got this. Bomber damage, bomber hit points, airstrip troop damage. This is not only versatile as it can be used by fighter players, but it just gives bombers that extra like, that's the only way I could describe it, with a little grunt. So yes, 1,000 tokens. Yeah, you're gonna need that if you're a bomber player. Save up for that. It's worth mentioning though, if you haven't already got the like the normal Spitfire engine, then don't buy this one. Buy the normal Spitfire engine because you need that, and then also buy the other one that's like the looking glass thing. I can't remember what it's called now, but you also want to, rather than spending 1,000 tokens on this, if you're trying to build a bomber museum, just buy the 300 token artifacts when they come up, and there's several of those that you need for bombers. I'm sorry, I've forgotten them now. Let's not digress. Right, 1,000 tokens, Napoleon's hat. No, I mean, if you've got 1,000 spare tokens and you've got everything else you need, fine. And if you really want to push multiplayer, then a double barracks troop damage, hit points, and damage. A barracks troop damage and a barracks troop hit points and an airstrip troop damage. Yeah, that's great. For 1,000 tokens though, I'd rather save up for something else or use them on, other artifacts because I've got many other things to get. Last but not least then is the Astic type 113X mythical. And I think for 1,000 tokens, really, I don't know. I've got mixed emotions about this because there's only so much of a decrease you can have on invading troop percentages. There's a cap of 85%. So if you've already got the Astic type 113, like the normal one, you're already going to be getting like minus 13, 14% on invading barracks troops, let's say. And then couple that with a half decent set of weapons and armors decreasing the damage, then I can't remember whether it's weapons or armor that decreases damage. It's one of those. That caps out at 60%. Now actually even higher because you can get up to 5 of the same line. I felt like 1,000 tokens for this one. I don't know. It depends on what you've already got, I suppose. If you've got 1,000 tokens, yeah, why not? Just buff the hell out of your defensive museum. And again, defender spawn time, always great to have. But I felt like the Ramesses II thingamabobby one, the other one that is the defender one, the Ramesses one, when that comes up for 1,000 tokens, I'd much rather buy that. Anyway, this is getting on for nearly half an hour, so I'm going to stop there. That is the tier list. If you've made it all the way to the end, thank you very much. Please give the video a little like. It really helps me out. Consider subscribing and make sure you comment below what your thoughts were on all the artifacts. If you agree, let me know. If you disagree, definitely let me know. Love a little debate in the comment section. Right, thank you very much for watching. As always, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.